So in this video I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of running versus other forms of cardio and why running may not be the best option of cardio for you. Now, number one, and this is the most important thing, plyometrics. So running is a plyometric activity. What this implies is that when you land on the ground, whether it's treadmill, concrete, sand, whatever, your muscle is going to lengthen. For example, your quad. Your quad is going to lengthen. Now, what this causes is the storage of elastic energy, which when you bounce off that foot actually converts into kinetic. Part of it converts into kinetic energy. This is good because it allows us to run for longer periods of time and longer distances. However, this lengthening actually causes minor muscle tears on the muscle itself. And this is bad because this small muscle tears actually cause delayed onset muscle soreness. And this is bad because the next day, and not just the next day, in the next 2, 3, maybe even 5 days, you're going to have sore legs, maybe even sore back, sore glutes. And this is bad because you're not going to be able to walk down the stairs properly or get off your chair. And it makes you less likely to exercise and to move, and which is of course going to make it harder to be in a caloric deficit. So it's going to make it harder to lose weight, even though you exercised. On the other hand, plyometrics is the best way to keep our bone mineral density high. And this is important, especially as we age, because our bones tend to get weaker, and that actually causes problems with the hips, with our back, and so forth. And we want to avoid that in our old age. Number 2, running actually requires somewhat decent form in order to do it. Meaning that you can't just go out and run however you want, because running however you want can actually cause injury or overuse syndrome. And we want to avoid both, because both are gonna keep us away from exercise, and we don't want that. On the other hand, cardio forms such as elliptical machine, walking on an incline, or riding a bike do not require learning of a form, because the form is actually pre-installed in the machine itself. You don't have to learn how to do your cardio on an elliptical machine, because the machine actually does that for you. So the chances of injuring yourself are slight to none. So my recommendation would be to get really comfortable and really good at walking, however silly that may sound. So I want you to walk, however, at a pace that you're comfortable at for a certain distance, and then slowly increase that distance. Once you get to, let's say, 5K, maybe 7K, you can start increasing your speed. So actually monitoring your speed with which you're walking. And when you can walk, for example, 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers at maybe 5 or even 6 kilometers per hour, which would be somewhere between 3 and 4 miles per hour, then I would recommend you implement some running. So you could, go for your normal walk, but you can run every few minutes for maybe a couple 100 meters or something. That way you're actually progressively overloading your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your joints, and your body in general, and that way you're minimizing the chances of injury. And you're also minimizing the chances of getting delayed muscle soreness, which means that even if you're going to be able to do your cardio the next day, right? And number 3, and this is a bonus one, is sun. Running is usually done outside, and it's done especially in the spring and summer. And if it's done during the day and not in the evening or very early in the morning, sun exposure can be a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because sun is healthy for us, but too much of a good thing can actually be a bad thing. So maybe you should avoid running when the sun is at its highest point, and maybe run early in the morning, like 6, 7, maybe 8 a.m., or in the evening past maybe 6, maybe 7 p.m. That would be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.